The important thing in getting really big ideas is doing some daydreaming. I was doing just a hobby of bird flight, watching birds circling around, and as I was doing that, I began thinking about human-powered flight, and I never would have stumbled on it if I had not been out looking at the birds. I guess I'm sometimes scientist, sometimes engineer, sometimes businessman. My personal biggest challenge is to try and help mankind doing more with less. My company, AeroVironment, does a lot of things in the environmental area. These unusual human-powered airplanes operate with very little power, little material, for a small consumption of energy. The Gossamer Condor won a prize, the biggest prize in aviation history, for the first successful, sustained, controlled, human-powered flight. Then one plane led to another. We did the Gossamer Albatross that flew across the English Channel, and solar-powered airplane, a giant pterodactyl. People keep trying to find something practical out of our man-powered airplanes. There isn't anything directly practical, but boy, do they get your thinking stretched to realize that while you can fly an airplane on a third of the horsepower, you can go 65 miles an hour just pedaling. You don't need 3,000 pounds of steel and 100 horsepower to do it. So even projects that seem impractical, if they stretch you into new areas, can be pretty important. And that involves lots of engineering and science. Mathematics is a tool that you can manipulate in your mind if you can estimate distances, areas, weights. It doesn't take a great deal of skill, it just takes a bit of practice. Sure, they may not work and it breaks. But then you modify it, fix it. It's all very exciting. The way I got into this, I got into model airplanes when I was a young kid, which turned out to be just loads of fun, but really a terrific training ground. It's wonderful if you have a hobby that incorporates the engineering, whether it's trying to cut down the aerodynamic drag of your bicycle or making a little airplane that's powered by a hamster, anything like that. It's one terrific profession to get into.